walked through the door, set the bag on the floor. Can I be honest? She said. I said, of course I won't judge you, baby, I promise. She began to tell me how she worked for laboratories, and she could tell me stories, but she didn't want to bore me. I told her I love it here, and that's when Shorty pulled up a chair and whispered in my ear,
I love you.
What the fuck? Damn. Hold up. God damn. Love me. Hold on, what do you mean? You barely even know me. She said, I know you very well, and she could even show me. My name was Willie G, born at Virginia Baptist Hospital around late August, I think it's the 27th. She said she was my biggest fan, and she'll do whatever that had me, and she didn't give a damn. Tension in the air, you could cut it with a toothpick. I'm thinking about my escape route from this coop bitch. She continued to tell me why her pockets was healthy. She went to med school, teachers was mad cool. Let her hang out late night with the cadavers, listening to Willie G spit the cipher while she would slice them. And some nights she would even think of me, laying on that cold table while she takes away from me. She said she wrote me 2 years ago, told you to pray for me. I never wrote her back, now she play for keeps. I started to move, she started to move too. You're not going anywhere, who cares, boo-hoo, ha-ha, I got ya. She pulled her baby 9mm out and cocked it, put it to my head, asked me to make a promise. Promise I'll never leave, promise forever we. Promise I'll die for her, cause she would die for me. I told her I'd do whatever it takes to make her happy. She said before she killed me sexually, she had to have me. Knock on the door, the sound grabbed me. It was police wanting to know about a stabbing that happened last week at this location. My blood pressure racing. She told me don't move before the bullets start blazing. She went to the door with the gun behind her back. It was my only moment for the attack. Her hand hit the knob, I rushed her, the pistol went flying, went off. The bullet ricocheted, went inside her middle frame. Cops bust, she on the floor leaking. Before no more speaking, she had to tell me,
I love you.
damn.
Look, that's Lil Bro, so I can't, go into it too much, but you can't tell me my man didn't go in. And yeah, like Darnell said, straight out of Lynchburg, VA, that is Willie G, and he calls that joint I Love You. Before that, Bando, featuring Six, Fusion. One more joint, and then we got that low-key interview. This is Folky. They call me Prop. They call this joint Lex Luger. It's the playlist, y'all.
Yeah, you bring it two, man, I figure more. I'm Ric Flair, so I figure four. One that I four. Think they tired, you can send me more. Smoking, listening to side note. Cool shit, check the vibe, bro. In the circus, climbing with my guys, though. Getting higher than a tightrope. Big Willie, I'm a bad boy. Balled out, see the stats, boy. Couldn't find you on the map, boy. Waldo, where you at, boy? Currency, where the cash at? Test me, bet I pass that. Try to flex, better back. Blade Brown, I'm a class act. So skilled, need a contract. Hate, just gotta combat. Pretty chicks throw it all back. On eye like a contact. Stereo be the arm tat. I for you harm that. What I call that. Whole camp, we I'm that. Drop the top, now we cooler. Disappear with my roofer. Them girlies watching my moolah. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Drop the top, now we cooler. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Drop the top, now we cooler. Disappear with my roofer. Them girlies watching my moolah. I'm racked up, Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Them girlies watching my moolah. Racked up, I'm Lex.
Grind hard, bitch, I'm let it bound. I'm cozy, yeah, with a set of brown. Wave gang, I can never drown. I'm too up to be ever down. Dough low, wanna slide through. Out the window like a drive-through. Blocking blessings with the pride do. I just play the cut, you know how I do. SA to the casket. That SK got attachments. Green bean with the nice scope. I love this shit, it's a passion. They hating on me in passing. I'm flexing on them, just laughing. Off-white when I'm splashing. Saint Laurent when I'm cashing. Sky Dweller with the red face. Only fear is a fair case. Got how the lead tastes. Block, block, make his head race. 31 shots in the Ruger. Clip out as long as a ruler. I am so cold, thank my jeweler. Racked up, Flex Luger.
Drop the top, now we cooler. Disappear with my roofer. Them girlies watching my moolah. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Drop the top, now we cooler. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Drop the top, now we cooler. Disappear with my roofer. Them girlies watching my moolah. I'm racked up, Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Racked up, I'm Lex Luger. Them girlies watching my moolah. Racked up, I'm Lex.
Yeah, that joint called. Let me just stop that. That joint is Lex Luger. Folky dope. They call me Prop. Excuse me. We got this interview with the homie Low Key, man, straight out of Columbia, South Carolina. And what I was going to say, man, is a lot of artists, man, can learn a lot from Leisha George. Like, I interviewed her so she could talk about the movement she has out in Minnesota to legalize cannabis. And whether I tag her or I don't or whatever, man, she always sharing, always showing love to the show, man. So really appreciate that. And thank you that you finally found the chat and you're here. So welcome. But like I said, a little short interview with Low Key. Got a joint by him called A Bug's Life, man. And then we right back into it with Broadway Bisque and Michi the Don.
What's happening, people? It's your boy Sky for the playlist on Twin Radio Syndicate. And I got a very special, well, I call all my guests special, but this one's no different, man. He repping from South Carolina, man. We've been getting a lot of heat from that state recently. I got the homie Low Key on the line. What's good, brother?
What's good? What's up with you?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Yo, man, that Bug's Life, It is buzzing, you know, no pun intended, man. But before we get into that, yo, just tell the people like a little bit about yourself, you know.
Oh, well, we're gonna start. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. You know, that's the capital of the state. 22. Well, I'm 22, about to be 23 actually. I only been doing this about 2 years. Like I've been rapping about 2 years. I started taking it serious about a year and a half ago. And then, like, once I met my manager, that's when stuff really started kicking up. We started putting our money and our feet.
Cool. All right, that's what I needed right there. All right, so 2 years, that ain't a long time, man. I know people been doing it for a minute and, you know, not questioning the quality of music they putting out, but they never get a joint that people want to get behind. You know, and want to work behind and stuff. And you know, you've been in the game a short 2 years. You got a management company, you know, working, networking, reaching out to people on your behalf, man. How does that make you feel so early in your career?
Good. It makes me like I'm doing something right. Like I'm following the right path and I ain't cutting no corner.
I hear that. Where'd you come up with the name Low Key? Did somebody name you that? You came up with it?
My mama, because I always been the type, like, I ain't really a crowd person. I always stayed to myself and, you know, I mind my business. Like, I'm not a too much outgoing person other than music. Like, if it's not music, you won't catch me in no club. You won't catch me in public. Like, I'm always at the house chilling. She's like, you move low key. Like, she's like, you should call yourself Low Key.
Okay. So, to start rapping at pretty much 19, 20, like, what made you to decide to get into entertainment? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be freestyling and all types of stuff. What made you decide, all right, this is what I want to do?
I've always been addicted to music. I couldn't do nothing without music. Like, every day on the ride to school, I had to have music on the bus or doing homework, whatever. I gotta have music. And like, I used to, I used to perform in the shower. Like, I thought I was that guy in the shower. I told myself I want to see what I can take it. And I dropped a song in college on SoundCloud. And it got like 100 views out of nowhere. When you first start now, you get 100 views. That's big.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna make another song. So I just kept going.
Oh shit! All right, what about South Carolina, like, that you want people to know that we either don't know or people from the outside assume?
It's growing. It's really growing. Like, a lot of people, if you're from South Carolina, a lot of people tell you like it's not really no cohesiveness like that. There's like a lot of people against each other, but it's getting better. Like, you won't see that it's getting better unless you you in the city and you see how much people actually do fuck with each other. And you see how much actually, like, when you go to different showcases, you see the same people. So it's like, they trying to get something together. They trying to work together. They trying to bring stuff together and get the state popping. So,
So you said when you go to like some of the showcases, you seeing the same people. So you saying like it's the same like group of people like bonding and like trying to build like something there. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and after that, y'all exchange your numbers. You just everybody know everybody. No, it's getting better, but now it's like we just trying to we trying to turn that spotlight our way.
I got you. Do you feel like there's any pressure on you to like be like the person to put the state on? And I ask that, man, because like I work with artists, a lot of artists in like places that you wouldn't like relate to music, and like they feel like it's their responsibility, like, and or they have to be the one. They feel like if somebody is recognized before them, it somehow like hampers their ascension. So how do you feel like in that dynamic?
I wouldn't say it bothers. Like, if somebody, like, I'm from 48, and Black Zach from 48, like he's got a way bigger than me. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like you going through a forest first. You got to cut those trees down. Me, I just got to follow through your path. You know what I'm saying? And then once I catch up to you, we chop it up, and then I do my own little thing. You know what I'm saying? We go our separate ways, but we both still pushing forward. Because now you chopping down trees, and I'm chopping down trees. You see what I'm saying? But we chopping down trees in the opposite direction, but we gonna meet at the same spot. So now we done. That's. I feel like it ain't so much as I feel like pressure on me is myself. I want to be that guy just because of me. Like, that's just how I am on myself. I want to be the first to do everything. Like, I want to do it first. I want to get there. I don't want to wait on nobody. So I don't feel so much as pressured on it. I just feel like me personally, I gotta get there. I gotta be that guy.
Gotcha. Who inspired you? Like, who did you grow up like listening to that made you want to rap?
Pastor Troy and Wayne. Because, Pastor Troy, like, I used to see him. So, it's different seeing an artist on TV versus seeing an artist in person. Like, seeing they whips, seeing them drive past you, and you just like, damn, they got that. They rapping, they make money. And then Wayne, like, I used to always watch his videos and, like, reenact them. So that was, like, real big on me.
Okay. How did you and was it? I don't want to get the name mixed up. Jackson Brand Management. How did y'all get? How